But before we get into that, let's talk about Jordan Silvester playing Soul Sisters. Let's bring up that deck right now. Just a second, guys. So, Soul Sisters. Have a look at it. We've got 4 copies of Ajani's Pridemate, 1 Archangel of Thune, 3 Champions, 1 Leonin Arbiter. We've got 4 Ranger of Eos, which is essentially his card filtering, card draw spell, and lets him go through his deck, grab creatures. Sarah Ascendants, 4 Soul Wardens, and 4 Souls Attendants, 3 Honor of the Pure. Then we go into the lands here. We've got some Flagstones, Ghost Quarters, Plains, Windbreast Heights. That's fine. And the removal here is in Path to Exile. He's got Shining Shoal, and 2 Secure the Waste, 4 Spectral Procession. Okay? And we'll get into the sideboard after game 1, but that's the core of Jordan's Soul Sisters deck. All right?
Now, there's got to be a lot of people like me. Like, you understand the base of this deck, but there's not too many of these decks stomped around. Like, Soul Sisters is not a top-tier deck.
No, it's one of those decks that preys on tier 1 decks. So if we all want to play this mid-range game and Soul Sisters comes out, it's like, oh, hi, and it just shows up and wins games because you weren't ready for it. I don't know that that's true here because he got paired up against Grixis Delver.
The idea of like a control deck is to, keep these fringe decks in line.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, but here's the thing about Modern. There's so many silver bullets, so many powerful cards. You can just get this splash advantage from cards like, let's say Anger of the Gods, for example. If he hits that here and it's got a big impact, game's over.
Yeah.
So here's Mo. He's playing Grixis Delver. Again, I don't see too much innovation in the list, which is fine, because everybody's going to get a chance to watch this Grixis Delver deck operate and play.
Yeah, it's a lot of the same cards. They're just changing the numbers of certain, they're going up on, some are going up on commands, some are, doing like, more different counter spells of sorts, changing it up, just switching up the numbers, trying to adjust to the meta.
All right. Yeah, so you're not wrong there. I'm going to bring it back to the booth here real quick. So we're getting some kind words from the folks out there in chat. Hey, the champ's back. So we appreciate all those kind words. Jeff HD, thank you so much for checking us out today. That means the world to us. Even if the comments are salty, you're here watching us and not the other way around. So we appreciate having you.
Yeah.
That being said, guys, Wave Spoon and Sneaky. So Sneaky the Dragon, just amping the chat up. Hype. I think that...
loving hype in the chat.
So if Mo picks his spells poorly, I'm thinking Soul Sisters runs away with it. The problem is, if Delver of Secrets flips early, good luck hitting 30 life when I'm hitting you for 3 in the face. Yeah. And then we start getting this young Pyromancer thing going on.
I just can't see the Soul Sisters doing too much in this matchup.
You were going to be surprised.
I could be wrong.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it, though.
Me too. It's going to be a good game. I'm
Should
not
we
sure.
introduce Mr. Brett Telly?
Absolutely, Brett. Come on in. I will. We're going to get you a chair. We got to do something.
You can have mine. I think I'm going to take a slight break.
Okay, you want to take a break? All right. Yeah. So, guys, Dave, heading out there for now. And
tag this
thanks,
gentleman in.
Thank you. Good work. Yeah. I'll see you when I see you.
Alrighty.
All right. Good stuff, buddy. So let's change it up here. I'm not sure if these names are going to be correct. So, for the time being, let me just remove them entirely.
Oh, look here. There we go.
What's that? We got one here for us?
Yeah. Bam.
Oh! The magic of television.
Oh, look at that. Guys, how we doing? How's everyone in stream? How's everyone in chat?
Man, they've been great.
Fantastic. Hope you're enjoying Modern this week. One of our 2 weeks, and
unfortunately, they're confused. Some of these people come in, and it's fine because we're streaming. It's a standard.
Sure, yeah.
And the standard league, and like I mentioned,
8 out of 10. 8 out of 10 is standard.
Yep. Don't be surprised when we actually play the Modern you asked for. So
yeah,
careful what you wish for.
You asked for it, you got it.
Sometimes you glittering wish for something you didn't want, you get Modern. So
yeah.
No, guys, sitting here with Brett, the champ. Tell us about your weekend, guys. You got to hear this. How was your weekend?
Good weekend. Played a lot of Magic. Saturday, Sunday. Saturday, I went to a PPTQ over in Midland, Michigan.
Midland.
It was sealed and then draft top 8. So I got to go into top 8 as the 1 seed from the sealed portion.
Okay.
And then I finished an abysmal second. Sadly, I lost to Jace Ultimate in 3 games.
No way.
Yeah, that Jace really good in
5 cards in limited.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Really, really good in the limited format.
The ultimate happened to you. I didn't know this.
Twice, yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, I won game 1. Game 2, I didn't get off. I kept a 3-lander. I didn't see 4.
Oh, jeez.
And I lost to a Jace Ult. And then game 3, I found 14 lands. And I had him at 1, and I couldn't find a Rogue's Passage. That was a 1 of land.
I love Rogue's Passage.
To finish him off. And he ulted a Jace, cast like 3 spells.
I'm sad.
The following turn, I think I was decked, and yeah, so that was good. And then...
that felt really good, yeah.
I was warm and fuzzy inside.
Yep.
And then Sunday we got to play in Standard Tournament in London, Ontario.
London. Awesome place.
Yeah, John Bondi and I both took Abzan Rally, which I've been playing on stream. I played it last week. Had a lot of fun with it. Super fun deck. Lots of lines. And we both took an exact 75, and we both topped the event. So last round we were playing on the number 1 table against each other. And we played it out for the heck of it. And I ended up winning in 3, but he had the better breakers.
Yeah.
So I conceded to him. And we took home Goif, a Lily, 4 of our good 0-4 artifact friend there,
Yeah.
and an Ink Moth. So it was
You did okay. So you're watching the Standard Super League here. Brett Tetley, Jay Rector, John Bondi at the table.
Yeah.
These are guys in our community that are winning, participating in PPTQ events, local events, and we're getting them together 10 weeks in a row just to give you guys the best Magic we can in our area. So this is no slouch, guys. This guy's getting it done.
No,
He goes to an event, he brings the broom, and he's just like, no, I'm just
I
kidding.
don't know about that.
It's all showing up for a good time, right?
A lot of good players, but it's fun to play
Oh,
the
yeah.
decks, and it's always fun to learn new lines and to play better Magic whenever you can.
Yeah, and that's what we try to do, give you guys some great Magic and just have a good time with you guys as well. So it looks like Jordan is on the play, and that means it's time to dip down to the tables.
Really important for Soul Sisters to be on the play, I feel.
Oh yeah, because I was saying before, if you can't get to 30 life, these decks have some trouble. So let's see what happens. Who do you think's going to win?
Just looking over the board, I want to see if he has any board wipes. Doesn't look like it.
But I mean, isn't
Other than-
Staticasters
is it Staticaster?
really nasty too? Yeah. So guys, they're going to fix up life totals, player names, deck titles, all that good stuff, and we're good to go.
Yeah, I'm going to give the edge to Mo in this one.
Darth Mummer in chat telling us that his bread is delicious.
Fantastic. He's at the keg.
Yes, he is. Yep, hanging out with his significant other.
So Brad from round 1 finished up his game, went on for a little meal, and off to the keg.
Yep. Probably wasn't as delicious as the victory, but that happens in Magic. Trust me, I've had bread 7 times last season, so
The
it's
keg
great.
The keg is a really nice consolation prize, though.
Sure is.
Sure is.
So, guys, here we go. Flagstones.
I wish.
Excuse me. Go ahead.
I wish that Mo was running more spell snare effects, just to be super interactive early in the game. But he's not.
No? Go ahead. Continue. Yep.
So we see some of the important pieces coming down here. Let's see if he can follow it up with like a Pride Mate or something. Get off to that aggressive start. Okay. So not another creature to follow it up with, it looks like, but we have a little Anthem effect here, which is good.
Yep.
Except for Bolt. Clean that up.
That's what I was saying. If you can deal with these.
And that's what Mo wants to do, right? He wants to 1-for-1 these creatures off the board, feeding into his late game, feeding into the Tassiger plan, the Gurmag Angler, and kind of clean things up that way, using spells like Electrolyze and Terminate and Spell Snare and Is It Charm just to get these small nuisances off the table.
They are a pest until they're a huge problem. That's
Yeah.
this deck, right?
Well, Soul Sisters is one of those decks that kind of like builds on itself, right? Every
Yep.
piece makes the other pieces better, but any piece by itself is horrible. So it's a really, like, it's a deck that relies a lot on its synergy.
You mean like Mono Blue Devotion and Standard? Like, is
Yeah.
that like, here's your Cloudfin Raptor. Cool.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, now it's actually a 4/5. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cloudfin Raptor by himself after a board wipe,
Not the best.
not very good.
Yep. Looks great. Sailing in the sky. Okay, so what do we got here? Ghost Quarter. Not the worst.
Not the worst.
I mean, he's going to want that blue to operate, that's for sure. I'll tell you that much.
Oh, yeah. I'd love to snap that off. Let's see how many basics in the list. So 3 islands,
Yep.
1 mountain, 1 swamp.
Over here, Jordan's got 10 planes. He's got 4 copies Windbreast Heights, 4 Flagstones of Torquir. Oh boy. I don't know. I'm telling you, I'm telling you, based on the way this game's going, I'm saying Soul Sisters looking real tight.
Looking tight?
Well,
As in, like,
the board state currently,
good?
like, it's okay.
it's not looking good.
No, he's got nothing to play. I know. I understand. So, remand. Put that
remand.
back in your hand.
We'll bounce that.
Yep. And that is the new Modern Masters art, from
Yeah.
what I can tell. So
And Jordan says, okay, I'll play it again.
yeah, I'm just going to cast it again then. I'll just do that.
Mo says, that's fine. I just want a cantrip.
Yeah, I'm not... Yeah,
I just want to fill my yard for a cheap Tassiger.
Yep.
He's like, do whatever you want. He's
As
like,
you were.
this remand is never going to get good against your deck, so...
Yeah, so Soul Sister is really good against these mid-range style decks, right? They just want to put a bunch of guys into play, don't interact with me, and I'll beat you to the ground.
Yeah.
That's fine. Never want to block.
It's like, leave me alone, and
I'll
then
leave
you'll
you
be
alone.
dead, right?
Yeah, you
Like-
leave me alone, and I'll put you with Erebos in just a couple turns. So, yep. Oh, here, go for it.
Yeah, and it's really relying on, like, the Sarah's Ascendant
Yeah.
and the Ranger of Eos kind of in this match to,
Yeah.
you know...
Let's get greedy. Let's say Johnny's Pride Mate starts doing work and becomes
Sure.
huge. Yeah, exactly. So,
But even, like, Archangel of Thune, right? Like, a fine creature, but really good with supporting cast. Not
Yeah.
really amazing just by itself.
no, yeah, exactly. So, we see a Ghost Quarter sacking here, grabbing double planes. I personally like hitting my opponent's mana with it. I will see what Jordan wants to do here. So Soul Warden in play, we've got Young Pyromancer. So as long as we got Elementals coming into play, we're gaining some life.
Yeah, and if you get, like, a Pride Mate down or something, then
Then we're going huge.
every time your opponent casts something, you're making a huge Pride Mate. Now it can't get through
That's right.
because of the Elementals, which is a problem for,
Yeah.
for a deck that wants to attack on the ground somewhat.
Absolutely.
So we see a Path.
Path is fine.
Path is fine unless it gets...
Oh, just a Thought Scour, so he's going to get an Elemental
Okay.
instead.
That's fine.
Let's make sure we're going to see. So we're doing a Jordan check here. We're going to see how many triggers we get. Should be a life. Make sure you don't want to miss those triggers off Soul Warden, because that's why we're playing her.
Yeah, and you got that one.
You got that one. So up to 21. Fantastic.
Mo's graveyard's looking nice and stocked.
Nice and healthy.
Healthy graveyard.
No dig through time in this format.
No. Sad.
I know. I
Sad,
know.
really. Too bad.
Might be playing Jeskai American combo if that's what we're doing with that. That was fun.
Be interesting to see whether those even mind sensors come in out of the board.
I'm bringing.
Gotta
mine
think
in.
they
I'm
will,
bringing
eh?
mine in.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm bringing one. It's so fun. I just want to bring it in because it might be awesome. You know.
It's like, fetch, well...
Probably don't. you
Probably don't.
You probably just don't.
You
How
probably
about
look
that?
at some cantrips. How's that?
Yeah. It's such a good card. I'm a fan. Although a lot of these decks playing, like the Coco decks that I'm playing tonight, they're playing Flicker Wisp. They're going into that way.
Sure.
And I can understand. I'm just not on that. Not there yet.
Fine card as well.
Trixie.
Yeah.
Trixie Wisps. Yeah. What was saying? Harley Quinn didn't search a land. No, he did not. So the Path to Exile lets you go get a card, and Mo decided not to do that.
Yep.
So probably missed it, to be quite honest with you. Harley Quinn, good to see you, man. 1987. Hell of a year.
Oh, yeah. So here's the Is It Charm.
Yep.
It's like 2 to that. Get
So,
out of here.
I love Is It Charm. Played a lot of that card in my American Control deck. So versatile.
Very flexible, yeah.
Oh, yeah. Great card. So I like that he's dealing with all these cards. I mean, Ranger of Eos is going to come into play eventually if it does, and it's going to do some good work. So, and here comes Delver, and this is what I was talking about.
And the Gurmag.
Oh my goodness, hell of a
This is
turn.
that game that we were talking about, right? Like, just cast my spells to fill my yard, to get
That's
out a cheap Tasker or Gurmag,
Yep.
and now you're going to be behind these guys.
Well, guess who came to play?
Look at
Ranger
that.
of Eos. But I don't know if it's too late. I'll be honest with you.
Feels like it's too late.
Kind of has a 5/5 over there. You know, and so 3 in the air, and again, achieving 30 life to get your Sarah Ascendant live and doing its great business. I don't know. I think we got to hit a bit more. Like Secure the Waste is probably okay. Path to Exile looks really good.
Yeah.
You know, but I like Secure the Waste here. It'd be fine. So he's going for Sarah Ascendant Soul Warden. Okay. And again, I think Archangel of Thune at any point is a house.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Once you have a board.
No Pride Mate though. We're not there yet.
No.
Keep that cat in its cage. Not doing that just yet. Did Soul Sisters player miss 2 triggers? RDK3, what's going on, man? I don't think that he has.
No, it wasn't in play when
Yeah.
those 2 creatures came in.
Right, it's just Ranger of Eos. But we do have a counter going here, so what we want to do is we also want to tell the players as well after a match, hey, by the way, you missed this. So here we see Mo on the upkeep.
Do I have a lot of on mine? Do I
No,
have
you're
a lot of-
you're good.
Yeah, okay.
You're good. But as they missed them, we tell them so they can improve the play for the next
Yeah,
week and all that
it's very
stuff. So Delver is flipped, Serum Vision's in hand.
Just a natural? Just blind flip.
Just the blind naturals.
Some
Yep.
guys have all the luck. But this guy's going to die. No, Thought Scout.
You're on the Terminate plan, right? Is that what you're
Yeah.
saying? Yeah. So, what have we got there? I didn't see the first card. We have a Serum Vision as well. So, Thought Scour.
First one looks like a land. Nope, bolt.
Yeah, it looks like a bolt. Okay, so
Yeah.
there's Serum Visions.
Draw. It's like a Snapcaster and a Mana Leak, maybe?
Both going to the bottom. Now, that's a Snapcaster. I'd probably keep it in my hand. I mean, Kolaghan's
You just want him on top?
Yeah, Kolaghan's Command 2 in this match. Really solid card.
Well, there's a lot of fine Magic cards in this match that Mo is equipped with.
Okay.
So let's see what Mo wants to do here.
I'm going sideways with both. What do you think?
Yeah, me too. In the red zone.
Yeah, like, I mean, I'm not blocking.
No.
Plus, it's your advantage against Soul Sisters to push their life total down because they're naturally going to just be gaining a ton of life. So I think you want to be as aggressive as possible. That's my gut on this.
Especially if you're leaving 3 mana up and like you're representing something, right?
Yeah.
So
Probably Soul Warden. in
Here
terms
she
of
comes.
sequencing. All right. Sarah Ascendant, gain a life. Sure. So here's a fetch. Drop it
it's
down
like,
to 15.
oh, I might respond to that.
Might have a way to kill that. That Soul Warden before this comes into play.
3 mana just might.
This is what I was saying, right? If you can keep them off gaining life, like you mentioned as well, it's just a whole bunch of do nothing,
Yeah.
right? It's like Mono Blue again. Thassa. Without Thassa or Master of Waves, the deck's not doing a whole lot. It just feels like Kolaghan's Command to me. You think it's Terminate? Guess that removal. What's it going to be?
Oh, Kolaghan's Command would be a fine card here.
Could just be a counterspell. So he's going to remand. Okay, so looking for a cantrip. So draw a card. Excuse me. So,
Play it again, Sam.
Saracen. Looks like he may have missed the trigger on that one. So, that's a 1. Should be at 19. He was at 18 when he cast the spell.
Yeah, he pointed to it. He pointed to it now.
If it's
And,
me, I say too late.
well, it's definitely too late. Unless he, like, verbalized it on the table and the spotter just didn't change the light.
Yeah,
so
we,
we'll see.
we may not know. Yep.
Yep. But the fact that it hasn't gone up by now would tell me he missed the trigger.
I'm moving along with
And
it.
was hoping to grab it on his opponent's turn, right? Oh, can I get that by the... No? Okay.
Yeah, this is definitely not a by the way.
No.
Not for me.
Oh, by the way, back on my turn something
Yeah,
happened.
excuse me, sir. Did you know that?
I would like you to notice,
Yeah,
one small point of life gain.
and here's a solid attack that I'm a fan of, but I think I would have attacked last turn as well. So
Yeah.
here comes a swing. Make him block. Go for it. A Harley Quinn, I'm with you. We did miss a Soul Sisters trigger there. And I love that we're calling it Soul Sisters trigger.
Yeah.
Doesn't have flying, so
Not yet, it doesn't.
not yet. Got to have 30 or more life to gain flying lifelink.
And you know what you got to do to get that? Get your
Yep.
life gain triggers.
Got to get those life gain triggers.
Yeah.
You know what they call that? That's just good deck building, right?
Yeah.
That is. Oh boy, this is great.
The
So
synergy is real.
that's 1. And Mo is also at 1 for the Path to Exile.
Yep.
So guys, that's what we got so far.
They're tied up.
Is this malicious what we're doing? I really don't think that it is.
Destructive.
It's constructive. We're doing it in a way that we want to tell them, by the way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you. Thank you so much, Brimstone Games Live and Twitch chat, for
Yeah.
letting us know.
Table spotter confirming.
Yep. I'm not sure about the placement of that enchantment. I'm not sure that it should be next to the lands.
You want it up a little bit?
Personally,
As
yeah.
per the new rules?
Now, what do you think about this block? Oh boy. You better have a secure the waste.
I think
or
you're
something.
asking to get snapped off here by a removal spell, but we'll see. Here comes a murderous cut. Targeting the ranger.
That's so nasty because
Mark's going to clean up the rest.
yeah, that's all the power of the block is essentially that. So, if you're a betting man, I say Jordan wins this game. I'm just kidding. No,
I'll take those odds.
Yeah, he's very behind. So here
You
comes
want
an
2
attack.
to 1, 3 to 1? What do you want?
Yep.
I'm in.
So why is he at 17 and not 15? Delver attacks for 3, right?
Yep.
So I'm not sure. Did I miss something there? Let's go
Don't
ahead.
think so.
We're going to update the table spotters there, guys, for you. RDK with the salt. I got you. Says he gained 2. I'm going to pause this. I'll be right back and go find out what's going on. Give me 2 seconds, please.
Sure.
Enjoy the chat.
Oh, gain 2 off the Sarah Ascendant?
Oh, is that what we're
Yep.
doing? Okay, got it. Thank you. Fair enough.
So that's where it is.
I will
Net loss of 1, essentially,
Yep.
right?
Give me 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Well, this team's getting aggressive now. So if you're Jordan, this is a really rough spot. Heck of a team you're facing down, and I don't think there's a sequence of cards that makes this board better for you. Even a Secure the Waste is just kind of making chump blockers at this point, right? So here's an Archangel of Thune, and it answered by Terminate. And that's going to be game. Moving to the sideboard, moving
Yeah.
to the next game.
All right. Well, I'm going to go ahead and cut back to the booth here, guys. So, welcome. Obviously doing Modern. Couple players maybe not used to the brews they're playing tonight. I'm saying New Blood might be one of those guys. So he's trying Soul Sisters.
For sure.
And here's the nice part about it. Jordan's a guy, just got into the league. He's like, oh, and we're doing Modern? So you can't blame the guy for not knowing the ins and outs of Modern. He plays a lot of Standard. That being said, guys, you're going to be in the same spot as Jordan you would have been one day. You got to learn somewhere.
Yeah.
So taking your beats live in front of everybody on Twitch, that takes some sand. So I'm going to give you some kudos, Jordan, for that one. I mean, I do it all the time. I make mistakes. But you only get better by making these mistakes. And
Tough to make them in front of a live audience of 100 plus people, right? It's
Yeah,
tough to learn a format that way.
Yeah, it's tough. But you got to learn some way. You got to take your
Yeah,
lumps.
so one of the guys in the league was nice enough to give him this deck. It's a deck that he champions,
Yep.
has put in a ton of hours with, and like it runs very smooth in his hands.
If you know how to use it.
Yeah, and then
Right.
And I think modern punishes those mistakes even more than Standard does.
Technical format, for
Yeah.
sure.
When you fetch incorrectly, when you use a spell incorrectly, when your timing's off, like Modern's very, very punishing for that. So
New Blood.
He's gonna learn quick, New Blood.
I love calling him that, by the way. It's my thing.
Yeah.
I'm happy to see him getting his lumps because in 2 weeks' time from now, we're going to play Modern again. So I expect to see maybe some tighter lines. Maybe he understands, oh my God, I was way out of my wheelhouse here.
Yeah.
With a little bit more practice, gets a little bit better for him. Mo, on the other hand, easily handling his deck, just rips it in half. Here's Grixis Delver, hits the Terminates, hits the cuts, had a very tight game. So,
Yeah,
although he did miss Path Exile. So
it's true. Let's look at these. Let's look at these deck lists.
let's do it. Let's start off with Soul Sisters. It's the one that I think is pretty exciting to look at. I'm a fan if it gets going. So the sideboard, we've got 2 Aven Mind Sensor, doing it. I've got 2 copies Celestial Flare, 2 Core Firewalker, 2 Rest in Peace, Shining Shoal. As a one of, we got 2 Stony Silence, 2 Sundering Growth, and 2 copies of Suppression Field. Interesting Suppression Field, seeing that there.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's what we got for Jordan. I think I like Aven Mind Sensor for the reason we talked about. Celestial Flare might also be good. Maybe. I'm looking at Rest in Peace, not loving it.
It's not horrible. It turns off, like, it kind of forces the deck to play fair, at least with its threats, like Tassiger and Gurmag Angler.
Yeah.
So, and it cuts off some of the benefits of Snapcaster. Like, I think it's fringe in this match, but it does play a role.
Yeah, the splashable advantage might help, maybe.
Yeah.
Let's check out, see what Mo's doing, guys. We already looked at the list, but we'll do it again because they're playing now. We get to talk about sideboards.
Yeah.
It's totally worth it. So here's Mo. What's he got in his sideboard?
So he has 1 Bitter Blossom, 2 Blood Moon, 2 Combust, 1 Counterflux, 2 Dispel, 3 Dragon's Claws, 1 Is It Staticaster, 2 Pillar of Flame, and 1 Threads of Disloyalty. I like the Pillar of Flame. I like the Staticasters.
Same.
Combust is fine, but you probably don't need it.
Nope. Bitter
So-
Blossom? No.
No.
It's more for a controlling matchup, I would think.
Yeah.
So, guys, while they're still shuffling up, going to bring it back. Jay and Brett, as we always do. Again, good to have you back here, man. It's different. It's different when the commentary team's different. Switched up a little bit.
Yeah, but good to work with new people, right?
Dave's a good guy. Got to be open to change, but no, it's good, man. It's good. I'm happy to do a Modern this week. I got to tell you that much.
Yeah.
Every time I play Modern, I'm like, boy, this is fresh. Almost as fresh as Johnny Magic 88 in chat.
Almost.
So he's a local of ours as well, guys. And Johnny, good to see you, as well as everybody else out there enjoying some Modern with us this week.
Yeah. No,
So-
Modern's a really fun format. There's a ton you can do. Some of it needs to be banned, but it's good.
What's that?
Bloom Titan. Bloom Titan needs to...
Bloom Titan needs to be banned?
Yeah, not the whole deck, but probably Hive Mind. The Hive Mind portion of the deck.
Hive Mind needs to be banned.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think like a turn 1 Primeval Titan is fine, if that can be fine, but fine. You can work around it, you can path it, like there's answers to it.
Yeah, you know when you sit down and you've got Abrupt Decay in your opening hand and you're like, okay, I have early interaction. And they go turn 1 Titan and you're like, okay, good job. Doesn't feel good.
It's the fact that deck gets to attack you from like totally different angles. They can either kill you with a prime time or they can just like turn 3 pact you out of the game.
Yeah.
So I'm fine with an early Titan. I think that's, you can deal with that. But then you got to deal with the pack side of the deck.
I don't know. Titan's such an annoying card.
No, it's a very, very good card, but it's doable.
Yeah, it shouldn't, unless, nah. Yeah, I got it. Give me 2 seconds here, folks. Again, technical difficulties seem to be persisting. I'm going to see what I can do to help out, and I will be right back. We're back. Tabletop, here we go. So, Mo is up a game, as we saw, in a very commanding lead, just handling all the Soul Sisters and their friends. It might have been tea time, but the party was not being had for Jordan.
Well, we'll see if Jordan can get off to a more aggressive start where he goes, 1 drop, 2 drop, 3 drop, and starts chaining some threats together.
Or like 1 drop, 1 drop, 1 drop, 1
Sure.
drop, 2 drop. Oh yeah, no, it's bad news bears. Absolutely. So, rapid hybridization. We're talking about Pognify. Path, I think Path is the one you're looking for. Path to Exile is the card that deals with turn 1. But again, you just gave him another land. You gave him a
here we
basic
go.
land. So,
Both of them hit their 1 drops.
yep. So Flagstones.
We'll see which one's going to be better in the long run.
What does that mean? I feel like that's a
No,
trap statement.
No. Like, both 1 drops are very powerful.
Well, for what it's worth, it looks like Jordan was on the play, if I'm not mistaken. Played
Yeah.
a Soul Warden, missed the life gain trigger off Delver of Secrets, so that's 1.
Yeah.
And again, guys, the punish is real, and I'm going to go ahead and tell you every single time I see one, because I got to tell Jordan the same news.
Sure.
And when you see me make mistakes on camera tonight, let me know as well,
Oh, yeah.
because we're all human beings.
Don't we always, right?
Don't we love to? Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
All right.
If there's one thing that this stream is not, it's forgiving.
It is not forgiving, no.
No.
And neither is the Magic community at large, I don't think.
No.
With the whole witch hunt and all this stuff, but
Sure.
yeah.
So here we see the height.
Yep, so he gets to put a card face down.
Yep. When he attacks with friends, out it comes.
Here we go.
Poof! Look, more friends.
So, the twins, Basil.
Twins. Let's see if we get some triggers here.
And we do, so we
There
gain a
we go.
life. Fantastic. Right on, buddy.
And let's see if Mo gets the no reveal.
Ouch. That's tough. Would you attack here with that Soul Warden, now that you have 2?
Depends what I have under my land, my little hideaway.
I don't think you do. I don't think the deck has to. You just sit there doing nothing until you're doing something with 1 large creature.
Well, you have to do something at some point, though.
Oh, yeah, yeah, exactly right. But I don't think here we attack. There's no need.
Probably not, unless if I could trigger something meaningful underneath,
Yeah.
then
Then I would. Yeah, absolutely.
sure. But I don't like swapping out a Soul Sister for a Delver.
And part of the reason I don't like it so much, so Spectral Procession being played here.
So I really don't like swinging if I have Spectral Procession.
So let's have a look-see.
Because that's double triggers I would be getting if I still had that guy in play, right? So,
And not sure what's going on. I don't see the tokens.
oh, I'm sure they'll be on their way.
All right, but it looks like Jordan's still sitting at 21
Unless
life.
he mana leaked it.
It looks like a mana
leak in
leak,
the
so
grave.
that was counterspelled. Okay,
Yep.
fantastic. I love mana leak as a spell.
Mana leak fine magic card.
Give me that in standard, please.
No way.
I know,
Too much tempo.
too much. And then you guys all get Cavern of Souls again, so I lose.
Oh, that's fine then.
Yeah.
Just go back to playing like rogue archetypes. Just
Oh man, aristocrats if we could, right?
I'll name Beast. Here comes Thrake Tusk.
Well, let's talk about Ranger of Eos here. So coming into play,
He's a beast, but a
gonna
beast that
get
gets
countered
mana
again.
leaked. Yeah.
Man, mana leak's so good.
It just takes all the tempo out, right? It's you want to play things on curve, not this game.
Well, here's a Serum Visions for Mo, so go ahead and do a little scry action. I see a Delver and maybe another mana leak, not sure.
Yeah, hard to make that second card out.
Yep.
But it appears that they went to the bottom.
How good's Delver in this spot? Probably just fine, right? As
If you
he's
flip it,
flipping.
it's a good clock, yeah.
Yeah. 7-turn clock.
Yeah, Snapcaster in hand.
Little dig here for New Blood, but 7-turn clock depending on your opponent.
It's true.
Gotta
Look at that. Rest in peace.
brought it in. I'm a fan.
Looks like rest in peace, Ranger. Hard to see what else is under there.
I want to say I see. Excuse me. Secure the Wastes. I think I saw.
Yeah? Well, you don't really want to tuck that one under there.
No.
No.
No, I don't. Cast this. Oh my god.
Yeah.
There we go.
4-0. Okay, good times.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we see both players here sporting the GP Toronto playmat. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Man, this is like your Satyr Wayfinder here, getting in for 7 damage in a game, right? Good tech, by the way. Good stuff.
Satyr Wayfinder, best card in standard. Not
Okay.
close.
Look what Mo's got in his hand.
Yeah, he's a Staticaster. Fine magic.
Is that good?
Really good.
Yeah.
Against 1-power creatures? Pretty good.
Toughness.
Yeah.
1 power is great too, though. I'll block it all
Yeah.
day. Wow.
Well, would you looky here? I was like, what is this? What does this do? So we got a reader.
So I think he's going to respond here with Is It Staticaster? Because he wants to be able to use his Is It Staticaster here. So, bam, take 1. So essentially, Is It Staticaster doing so much work because it stops Secure the Waste, it stops multiples as we know about, so not too bad. Yeah. So, suppression field in play? Okay. Had to be, right?
Yeah. Which is going to make things, a little interesting, but I don't think it's going to really hamper
It's just-
Mo's lines.
No, it's just fine. He's in a great spot.
It'd be like
'cause-
the equivalent of a rest in peace. Like, okay.
Yeah, it's that additional.
We'll just play different.
But if you've got both going on, you're like, okay, now I'm getting choked out.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah.
I feel like a Thalia would be great in this match.
Thalia would be gross. Because
Thalia.
it doesn't really affect you at all.
No.
She's
a little
awesome.
bit on like the spectral procession, but that's so minimal that like you could almost just play hate bears right in your side.
I would probably play that over suppression field myself.
Yeah.
Because if it's suppression field stopping big creatures, but I'm gaining life anyway, if I'm not doing my plan, I should probably be doing something else. And yeah, I'd probably put Thalia in that slot. Tell us what you guys are doing in the chat.
Yeah, if any of you have experience with Soul Sisters, if it's a deck you've played or seen played.
Yeah, I'd be interested to know if suppression field is like the go-to new stuff for that deck. I don't know. I know I did play against a Boros version of this, and Norn the Weary was really annoying.
Oh, I could see that, yeah.
Oh my god, Norn the Weary, so gross. And guess who's playing that?
Back, forth, back, forth, back, forth.
Paul Sanford.
Yeah, he would.
Just hit me with it.
He would.
Had to go infinite, stop that action quickly, but I figured it out.
So Jordan's kind of in a tough spot where if he can't land and resolve an Anthem effect, then so much of his deck is dead to his Staticaster. Like, he could just never get ahead, right?
No, he never will.
Yeah.
I mean, he has to start with Johnny's Pride Mate, I guess, or Archangel of Thune, and go from there. Maybe even a Ranger of Eos.
Sure.
Right. That's
Which is
where
hard to resolve a spell that costs that much when your opponent constantly has 4 mana up. It's just like, yeah, do something.
How many copies of Cryptic Command? Is he playing none? Is this
0?
Okay.
0 hero.
If you show me 4, that's the first thing I'm thinking of.
Sure.
But
No, but still a lot of fine other cards at his disposal.
so suppression field is pretty standard according to Sneaky the Dragon. Really? I'd be interested to know why. You're like, what's that game where you're like, man, I really wish I had a suppression field for this matchup. I'd like to know what that is.
Apparently it's this one. Because
Apparently,
there it is.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Twist my arm and maybe I'll believe it, but we shall see. Excuse me. Bit of shuffling here from the opponents, trying to decide what they want to do, I guess. Could be a handful of removal for Jordan right now. So it says verse lots of fetches. It seems real good.
Sorry?
So RDK in chat saying against fetch lands, it seems real good.
Sure.
So pay 2 fetch.
Sure. Like I said, it just kind of changes the way you play. It doesn't stop you from playing, but
I guess maybe it's the time you need to start getting things going.
perhaps.
Okay. I'm open-minded, always willing to listen to it.
Well, if you resolve one early enough, right? Then you can kind of lock them a little bit.
And I guess you're not paying anything to do that. So yeah, maybe. It's just not my sort of deck, so I'm gonna have questions about it. You know.
Sure, yeah, no.
That's all.
It makes sense though. If you're playing against a deck that plays a lot of fetch lands, you can slam one very early. Then it's very hard for them to fetch because they don't have the mana to pay for it.
Yeah.
It's kind of like a
tempo play. It's huge tempo.
It's like a conditional blood moon for this deck, essentially.
Political
right?
conditional on that, yeah. So Gurmag Angler coming down, so probably gets pathed.
Oh, I got to assume. But it only cost 1 mana to cast him, so you'd think if he wanted to counter that he could have, but
Okay.
we'll see what's in Mo's hand, and here he goes searching for a land.
So chat's kind of giving us a bunch of solid ammunition as to why they support this card.
Okay.
So talking about Grim Lavamancer. Okay. I guess so. It could be fine. I mean, if I'm playing this aggressive game, which it doesn't seem like Jordan's deck is able to get going right now, there's just no board. And especially not going to happen through, is it Staticaster, but yeah, I can see it.
I don't think I really want to bring that in against, like, red, though. It's not a card I want to take off a turn to play against red. To deal with,
No.
like, Grim Lavamancer.
No.
No.
Man, did you ever have good hands? And I can't tell you how many times I called Lightning Helix War Leader's Helix. I can't tell you. You'll have to go back and enjoy
The
that
standard throwback?
one.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Could not get it right, but I figured it out at the end, so.
It was interesting because he kept, like, ghost quartering my lands.
Yeah.
But every time we would do it, I would float a mana, and it essentially, like, netted me a mana every turn. Because I'm like, I get to go get an untapped basic.
Oh, yeah.
He's like, go to combat. I was like, okay, I'll just fire off my burn spell now, and I still have 2 up, whereas before I was choked.
And at the very end, you played Windswept Heath, which is the best because you can hit anything. It's just like spin the wheel. Which one do I need, right? And
Yeah.
I think you ended up going for a Sacred Foundry there.
Yeah.
For the Boros Charm is what that
Yeah.
ended up being. So that's pretty cool. Yeah.
Yeah, in fact, when I fetched, my opponent said, should I bother cutting, or am I just dead?
Yeah.
No, you're dead.
Yeah. So Spectral Procession as a maybe I have to.
Nice. He's thinking about it now. He's like, oh, that is a Staticaster.
Yeah, well, you're just throwing it away at this point, right? That's all
Yeah,
you're
you
doing.
are.
So unless he has a way to, like, I would just path it first. Ranger.
So
of
here's
Yes,
a
okay.
Ranger.
All right. And again, sucks because he's up against some good competition here in Mo, but you gotta learn when to play the deck at some point.
Snapcaster Mana Leak.
That doesn't feel good.
Off to the bin it goes.
And here we go. So Snapcaster getting in there, getting work done.
Man, he needs like an Immortal Servitude right now, or a Rally.
Oh yeah, Raleigh's.
Man, if he could just rally his yard, he'd be fine, right?
So he's gonna become the eggs like a eggs deck real quick. That'd be fun. Can you imagine? Gotcha.
Mortal Servitude, bring it all back.
Whoa. Then he doesn't remember the triggers. I'm just kidding, guys. No. Gotta remember them. That'd be too funny. But I do like Spectral Procession on the whole. I think it's a great card.
Yeah, just not when your opponent has his Staticaster out.
Is it Staticaster's? I mean,
And now you got these cards buried under your hideaway that you can't get out, and like you could easily just die to this Snapcaster.
and if you don't cast a spell and Mo draws a card and just says go, doesn't play a land, you're thinking this is great news. I'm falling behind, right?
Yeah.
All right, so Ken Shoney, how you doing, buddy? Welcome to Week 3. You're looking at the Standard Super League here in Windsor, Ontario, Canada. While this is the Standard League, Twitch asked us to play some Modern, so in week 3, we're playing Modern. So that's what's going on. Just for tonight. One night only, and then again in 3 weeks.
Yeah. So it'll be 2 out of the 10 weeks.
Yep.
I will be Modern, and the rest is Standard. But a couple guys that don't regularly play the Modern format, but love Standard, got into the league, and they're like, well, I guess we're going to learn quick, right? So New Blood here on the right, he's learning quick.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. Shining Shoal, I believe, is the card he's got there, and that's going to meet...
That shoal will not be shining.
No, it's just down. And it's down. Yeah, thanks, man. Appreciate it. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for checking us out so far. Excuse me. Bit of a cough tonight, folks. I apologize. Path to Exile.
Finally.
And let's see if that even resolves.
Yep. Because these Staticaster is just a boss in this match.
It's so good.
It's locked down everything he's trying to do. We'll see if Mo has a counter for that. I see an Is It Charm, but that's not going to get it done. It would have to be Is It Charm and something else.
So because he's playing Tassiger, I can see him saying, tap, do 1 damage to myself, Is It Charm my guy, kill it so it's not exiled, and then I'll go use Tassiger later to get it back to really hammer home.
So he remands it.
Or he just remands it, sure.
Trust guard. And here we go again.
Yep.
He's like, well, would it be okay if I tried it again?
I mean, is that the card you want to remand? If you know it's going to go, what do you think?
It's just a cantrip. I think he's looking for a hard counter.
Or like a big creature just to end the game?
Sure.
Maybe. What hard counters is he playing? I mean, we've got... I'm going to go through the list here while we're playing live. He does have... Spell Snare, yeah. What did he have in the sideboard, though? I thought he had Dispel. No. I thought he was maybe a Counterflux.
Maybe.
I really loved Counterflux in Standard. It was great.
Yeah, Counterflux is a fine card.
All right, so I think this is going to be Gonski. Oh, boy, does he see the line? Does he see what I see?
I believe he does.
Okay, so
yep.
Kind of the same thing.
Yep.
So going for the Electrolyze, taking his dude down, which is fine.
Put it in the grave.
Because you want to have access to it, right? It's so good. I want access to that card.
Well, if you have something where you can pull it back out, right? Like that's the dream.
Always good to pull it back out. Thing is, his hand's full.
It is. It's a full mitt. And Jordan's not really doing enough that he needs to deploy any of it, but I assume that now that the Staticaster's gone,
now
then we'll see some Spectral Processions coming down, and
might be a game rule violation. I don't know. With Suppression Field in play, did he pay 2 to use Staticaster's ability? Because if he didn't, I don't know how he's casting that. Is it? How he's using that Electrolyze? Right, he's got to pay 2 to use any activated ability. So I see that he's casting that.
We'll check it out.
We're going to do a quick pause on that one, guys, because he does have to pay 2. While that card's been in play for a while, it doesn't mean it doesn't count. Let's go find out. Yeah, might be a bit of a warning on both sides there, actually. And I'm going to let you know as soon as I can. So we're going to stay here live with me while we figure that out. So Brett's been a kind gentleman. He's going to go check that out for us. But that is no good. Because you do got to pay 2. So if you can't kill your own dude, it's going to be gone, and that matters. So we see a bit of delve going on here. Looks like he may just Murderous Cut to save his Staticaster, which is decent for his hand. But that's not how that works. So we're going to find out what's going on. Giving you guys the play-by-play as much as I can. RDK also saying, yep, so you kind of agree, which is great, man. Okay, so I see some lands being tapped, guys. I'm not sure what's going on. And anybody else having frame rate? Do you guys see the frame rate being an issue at all? Are you seeing a clean camera? Are you getting solid frames? Do you hear the voice just fine? I'm trying to find out the state of the stream for everybody so I can adjust and change where I need to. But let me know. Looks like he may have a young Pyromancer in hand, which is awesome. Talking about Mo there. Cam is very... Crop East, man. Thanks. Thank you for the quick reply on that one. Let me see what I can do for you guys. Cam's choppy. Thanks, guys. All this matters. I'm happy I'm getting feedback because you know what? Without it, I wouldn't know if it's just me or if everybody's enjoying the same thing I am. So while you tell me that, I'm actually going to go in here now and see what I can do to fix this. Okay, so hopefully that would have adjusted the frame rate for everybody. Okay, guys, so it sounds like it's multiple people, so I'm trying to see if we've got maybe a little bit better results here for you, and looking a little bit better on my side. And I'm going to keep trying this out until we get it right. So thank you, guys. It's all about giving you guys solid entertainment. If you can't see what's up, that's going to be a problem for me. So, the messenger with the fleet foot, what happens there?
Yeah, so GRV for both players. Failure to maintain board state. It's not a trigger that you can miss. So they both missed it.
Yep.
At this point, because spells have been played and we're on somebody else's turn, we can't back it up.
Yep.
So it's going to continue as is. And we have our judge at the table spotting this match now to make sure that
Awesome.
no other infractions occur.
Okay, great. So that just can't happen, guys. Wow. The pyromancers are aplenty. Look at this.
How much would you like a Soul Warden right now?
Oh my god. I'd love it. So we got Snapcaster coming back. Nope, is it Staticaster?
Of course.
That'd be the one I'd want.
Yep.
Yep. It's just so good against this deck. It's unbelievable how good it is.
Yep, so we're going to get 2 tokens.
Yep. And guys, I also see the frame rate loss, and I'm going to be fixing it as I can for everybody. So sit tight. I'm going to keep doing that as much as I can.
Oh, Twitch, when you're good, you're good. And when you're not,
You're still fantastic in
you're
my
still
book.
fantastic.
You know. So I just did some magic. I actually waved the wand. You guys can't see it because you can't see through microphones. But that doesn't change the fact that that stream is smooth as a baby's bottom. It was. And now I'm going to start hexing myself. Too funny. Anyway, let's see what happens. Thanks, Crop Beast, man. Crop was the first guy. I said, folks, do you guys see anything with that camera or is it just me? And then we got some feedback. Crop was the first guy, so shout out to you. And everybody else. RDK, Sneaky, Drunk Monk, I think is the name. Creative labeling there.
Very much so.
Deep appreciation. Thanks, man. So current life totals, we got 14 to 16 here in favor of Soul Sisters, go figure.
Probably not for long, though.
No.
Because this Staticaster is going to come back down, do some more work.
Yep.
And Jordan just wondering, like, with the Staticaster in hand, can I afford to swing here, flip up these heights?
They would have to be such a good card. Like, it would have to be Archangel.
Yeah, it would.
Right? Tuxdev, yo, what's going on,
even
man?
that's not good enough right now.
No. Because, I mean, he showed you, like, you know, the Terminates, you know, the murderous cuts.
Yeah.
What did he murderous cut? Did he murderous cut something while you were out there? I'm not sure. No? Okay.
No, don't believe so.
Tuxdev, let me explain what's going on. So this is the standard Super League, as you are well aware. However, this week is modern. Ta-da! So you guys asked for it, and we're giving it to you.
Doubly super, twice as super.
Twice as nice. Good times.
Double the fun, double the pleasure.
You know what's double the fun? Colligan's commanding back.
Is
your
Staticaster?
Staticaster. That's a trick that never gets too old unless you're
That's
playing
some
Soul
value.
Sisters. Yeah.
The poor Soul Sister player's like, but I just got rid of that. I thought it was safe to play 1 toughness spells again. It's like, no. Too bad, so sad. He's back.
No, it was. It's just not anymore. That's all.
Yeah.
Okay, so the first thing he's going to do is pay his 2 for that.
There you
Good
go.
on you, Mo. You got it, buddy. Oh.
Oh, what do we have here?
Oh. How about I Shining Shoal that again?
I think Snapcaster's going to have something to say about that.
Hold on a second. All right, so he does play Shining Shoal in the main. Oh my goodness, this Grixis Delver deck is just so good at tempo, isn't it?
He's like, I'll go ahead and make 2 more elementals if that's okay with you.
Oh, nasty. And as they say in the entertainment business of sports, boom goes the dynamite, right?
That is gonna be like the showbiz chat. That's a wrap.
Yeah. It's getting close. So if you're looking for a card this turn, I think you'd be looking for a card like Wrath of God. Right? That's one on my list.
Armageddon.
Oh man, I'd love to see a Geddon deck. That'd be a hell of a throwback. I'd be a fan of that one.
So it's not over till the fat lady sings.
Correct.
There's definitely a Jenny Craig next to the table right now.
Is there?
And they're all warming up. Just pure vibrato right now. Just
okay. So they're getting in unison. They're getting ready to do the chant.
Yeah.
Or Orm's chant. Here we go.
2, 4, 6,
That's
8,
Exacxes.
10 Exacxes.
And it looks like we're having a little conversation. When you show that many cards,
He's like,
the
hey,
hands connect.
Hey, if I had things like this, I could do things like that.
We could have nice things.
Yeah.